Hey you legends, the Skinner here, and I'm back here just to have a quick discussion about a certain little topic I would like to maybe refresh on, especially given the recent few queries I have received, and that would be regarding Stygian Stones and of course Tormented boss materials. We have to make it abundantly clear that especially for this particular season, in order to farm Stygian Stones, I strongly suggest do not do pit runs for that, as it's not worth the time, unfortunately. That's purely because, unfortunately, the Stygian Stones, they drop so low, no matter if you're farming pit 90, 101, it's just nothing compared to just farm Infernal Hordes. You could do tier 7 with your strongest build, most likely quite easily, and obtain a far higher number of Stygian Stones. Here's a quick example. I'm trying to make a random video here with my weak Barbarian, and I'm getting so many Hellborn upgrades. Lovely. Okay, granted I had actually a fairly good run, but yeah, let's quickly finish the council and let me quickly show you guys what I was talking about. I just completed now a tier 7 Infernal Horde, nothing too special with my Barbarian. This is my speed farming Nightmare Dungeon Barbarian, which I now just quickly used to do it, Infernal Horde tier 7. But I just wanted to now show you guys the amount of Stygian Stones that we're able to get even with even less Aether than this. It's way more efficient than any pit run, so I'm going to be opening up 800 Aether, and let's see how lucky I am to get. So for this particular tier 7 run, I think me personally I was a little unlucky. I only managed to get 2 Stygian Stones for 800 Aether. But this is me running one single Infernal Horde, which took me less than 15 minutes to run. So either way, I will be able to get, what's that, at least 6 to 10 an hour running tier 7s. Maybe I'm lucky in more runs where you'll get a bit more. Of course, some runs maybe you just get a single Stygian Stone. If we're doing Infernal Hordes tier 8 by any means, then of course Stygian Stones are even more. This example I'm trying to use is just using a much weaker build so that we're using tier 7 as an example, and hopefully this does show that you are able to obtain way more Stygian Stones just by doing the Infernal Horde. This doesn't seem like a lot, but run the Infernal Hordes over and over again and the Stygian Stones will just continue to build up. On top of that, you will be opening the Greater Affix chest. Get whatever items you are, the rest goes into materials. From there, you are getting Neath Iron, which is fantastic. You get a couple of items, and if you're lucky, you get a bunch of Stygian Stones. So there you go. I think that is my 2 cents worth when it comes to Stygian Stones, so hopefully that is helpful. Over to the next section. Alright, over to the next aspect of this, and that is of course Nightmare Dungeon farming. I'm pretty sure by now most does know that I have recommended strongly just to do the rotation of Nightmare Dungeon farming. Yes, it is monotonous and it is a grind over and over rotation, but if we are focusing purely on a Tormented boss focus, then this is for me the most efficient way to go. If you just do your Nightmare Dungeons, you are lucky to get maybe 2 minutes, a bit less every now and then, with loading screens 2.5 minutes to 3 minutes maximum per Nightmare Dungeon, which then makes us obtain at least 2.5 Tormented boss runs every single hour. Now, all of us do not have the world of time to obviously grind and farm up an endless stream of materials, and unfortunately, that's why we have to try and do the most efficient way. But that being said, that's why this has become my forte, and I think you could call me the community farmer from here on out. I'm here to farm as much as I personally can, and whatever I farm, I would love to give back to you. That's become my thing. That is my basic and my 2 cents worth of when it comes to the most efficient way for the Tormented boss farmings, aka Stygian Stones, and then just for this particular video, Distilled Fear. Hopefully this was in some form helpful to able to let you, if you have a free hour to spend, there you go, you got something to do. Hopefully it was helpful. Either way, as I always say to you, you have a fantastic day, you be blessed, and Skinner out.